Greetings, IndyCar enjoyers! I just came back from an intense race weekend, and it's going to continue with the IndyCar Series race at Gateway. Will David Malukas get his first win at Gateway? Well, let's find out. John Bommartio makes a guest appearance and gives off the command to start their engines. Scotty Mack has issues trying to start his car. We also get a pyrotechnics display before the race goes underway. Well, this is a signature of Gateway. But anyways, the Bommartio 500 begins with Will Power jumping to the lead and running 1-2 with Scotty Mack. And he gets a Malukas jump scare as Malukas got the lead, but Will Power won't go down without a fight, as he never does. He's pretty good. And the caution just came out, and it hurts me to say this, but the caution came out with Devlin DeFrancesco crashing out. Oh, come on. I want the Canadian to have a good day. Yeah, like, I always root for Devlin. Like, he is the Canadian driver of IndyCar. Devlin is now out of race. It's very sad, by the way. So sad. I'm not joking, by the way. It's actually sad to see a hometown hero crash out. Like, imagine if you live in Canada and you see your hometown hero crashing out in the race. Very bad. It's pretty much like Mexicans seeing Daniel Suarez crash out. Very bad. And very sad. The caution ends with David Malukas continuing to lead. Daly jumps up to 6th. Malukas continues to lead while Armstrong jumps up to 7th as he is right behind Daly. Never mind, Newgarden just got past him. He even attempted to get past Daly until Daly managed to fend him off. Holy crapper! Daly just jumped up to 4th. Malukas starts catching up to lap traffic. Palou, who looked dominant at Indy, is running in 13th. Ah crap! Newgarden just got past Daly for 4th. Graham Rahal makes an early pit stop, and then Will Power, who won last year's race, causes the 6th caution! Man, things are not looking good for Penske. He had to come down to pit road to get his car fixed. Pit road is now open and there are several takers. And Rasmussen's car catches fire. Good lord! Rasmussen can never seem to catch a break. Lundgaard is also having issues. Scotty Mack manages to get past Malukas as he made it out of pit road before he did. The caution ends with Scotty Mack leading while putting Lundgaard a lap down. Felix Rosenqvist gets penalized. So far, not much is going on. Palou gets past Rasmussen for 14th. Malukas is now in trouble as he has to fend off Newgarden. And Newgarden manages to get past Malukas. Oh, come on, I want the YouTuber to win this one as it would have been his first win. Oh well, at least we get to see both Kiwis in their own respective racing leagues win a race. That is, if he has any luck, because Penske drivers this year don't usually have a lot of luck. Christian Rasmussen makes an unexpected pit stop. Scotty Mack puts Stingray Robb a lap down. One thing that Scotty Mack is excellent at is getting through lap traffic. Nolan Seagull does a Mazepin and attempts to hold off Scotty Mack so that he would stay on the lead lap. Newgarden pits in to get fresh tires while Scotty Mack has issues trying to get through lap traffic. Yeah, and Nolan Seagull got penalized, by the way, which we'll explain later. Scotty Mack is next to come down to pit road and isn't able to fend off Newgarden despite having a fast pit stop. Nolan Seagull gets penalized for intentionally blocking cars on the lead lap. Yeah, I knew that would happen as that was a Mazepin move. Newgarden is right on Alex Palou's tail and is about to put him a lap down. Another CGR car goes a lap down and Scott Dixon. Pato O'Ward is right behind Scotty Mack and trying to run him down. And then Pato O'Ward gets loose, but he manages to save it. That's pretty good. It's amazing what he can do. Oh no, Newgarden ends up in the wall and managed to wreck out! Louis Foster is also involved in the wreck. This causes the next caution. Good lord, Penske cars keep dropping like flies! Thankfully, Newgarden and Foster survived, and the aero screen did its job. On the replay, we see that Foster got into the wall and caused a chain reaction, with Newgarden flipping over and wrecking his car. Only McLaughlin's survived. Yeah, McLaughlin's the only Penske car to survive. Needless to say, this is one of the worst wrecks that Newgarden got involved in since that other wreck in Texas. Yeah, like, let's not bring that up. That was bad. Several drivers come down to pit road during the caution. Even Scotty Mack isn't safe as he has issues down pit road. And yeah, people wonder why the air screen even exists, and people want the air screen to be gone. Yeah, a lot of people do want the air screen to be gone. Get rid of the air screen. But it did its job because the air screen was able to protect the drivers. Had the air screen been removed or had it not been implemented, Joseph Newgarden's would have had a head injury. Yeah, and no, the helmet wouldn't have worked that much. You have to have extra protection. That's why the air screen exists. Although Connor Daly does believe that the cockpit halo worked just as good. So maybe the cockpit halo will work better, as it is like a roll cage and a solid piece of metal as opposed to the air screen being made of plexiglass. Yeah, the cockpit halo is kind of like a roll cage for open wheel cars. Several drivers come down to pit road during caution, and even Scotty Mack isn't safe as he has issues down in pit road. The drivers who were going to stay out changed their minds and are next to come down to pit road. Rasmussen also got sent to the rear as he pitted during an emergency. And if that's not bad enough, Scotty Mack got a penalty for going over too many pit boxes. My golly, Penske's not having any luck. The caution ends with Daly leading as Malukas is now in fourth. O'Ward got past Daly for the lead, but Daly is trying his best to get it back. Pato is doing the same thing as Trip Murphy as he tries his best to block every chance for Daly to get past. Yeah, remember Herbie Fully Loaded and how Trip Murphy swerved to every direction to try to prevent Herbie from getting past? That's kind of like what Pato O'Ward is doing right now. He's apparently learned from Trip Murphy. He's watched Herbie Fully Loaded. I should probably ask him if he's watched that movie. Holy crap, this just got exciting! And he got past it. Now, this is what you call an exciting race. That's especially impressive coming from an underdog. Keep in mind, he lost one of his sponsors and had rumors of him losing his ride before St. Pete would even begin. But I'm glad he got through all that, and now he's right where he belongs, in the lead on an oval. O'Ward and Daly go neck and neck as lap traffic starts becoming a factor. Meanwhile, Rasmussen gets past Scotty Mack and Daly comes down to pit road. Daly is right behind Malukas, and then the caution comes out with Malukas hitting the wall. Luckily, he's still in the race. Dixon comes down to pit road and he's now in the lead? Wait, what? How did he get his lap back? He was way behind. Several other drivers come down to pit road to get fresh tires and gas. But anyways, the caution ends with Scott Dixon leading. And then all of a sudden, Kirkwood is in second. Scotty Mack comes down to pit road and is no longer in contention to win the race. And he gets a DNF as he has issues with his car, meaning that all Penske drivers are out of the race. It would also be great to see someone from Chip Ganassi other than Palou win. Kirkwood attempts to get past Dixon only to fail and is starting to fall behind as O'Ward is on his tail. Connor Daly comes down to pit road and goes a lap down as the pit lane at Gateway is known to be long. Kirkwood makes a pit stop and is no longer trying to run down Dixon. Dixon is next to come down to pit road and next to come down is O'Ward. But look who's ahead of Kirkwood. Yep, it's Callum Ilott and Robert Schwartzman. Yeah, two Prima drivers are in the mix. Also, Ferrucci is currently in the lead, so yeah. Two underdogs are in the top position. Schwartzman and Ferrucci come down to pit road, and they give up the lead to Ericsson, although he needs to pit unlike Ilott. And then Rosenquist takes the lead as Ilott starts falling behind. Rosenquist makes a pit stop, which means that Ilott got the lead back. Never mind, Ilott decided to pit in. Yeah, apparently fuel is an issue with Ilott. And no, it's not the hybrid system that is an issue. It's the schedule. Some tracks have two narrow sections to pass at, and the later half of the schedule is filled with ovals and wide road courses. So yeah, someone actually did have common sense and commented on that, so I'm glad that some people have common sense. And then Kirkwood gets his first win on an oval. It wasn't an exciting race, but I still want to see someone other than Kirkwood or Palou take a win. It still gets a 9 out of 10 for the excitement. Though O'Ward just couldn't make it. Hopefully we'll get a Chevy win at Road America. I'm still waiting for that moment to have a Chevy driver take a win in 2025. So far it's like F1. You either get one or the other driver take a win, but it's still better than F1 as the races are more exciting. But anyways, time to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.